into gyroscopeme.com. The hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by. Log into gyroscopeme.com, the hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by Gyroscope Media Group, LLC.
GS Radio, the best internet radio station worldwide. Providing the best in music and talk shows. Go to www.gsradionj.com and check out the best internet station in the world. You're listening to GS Radio Internet Radio Station powered by GMG LLC.
In the beginning, there was Jack, and Jack had a groove. And after a while, a deep sleep fell upon him, and he went looking for a new groove. He began looking for a new nation, and it had to be a soulful nation. And he found it, and it was Soulful House Nation. And he saw a building. It was a tall building. It had 10 stories. And he entered the building and got on the elevator and pushed the 10th floor, but it stopped on the 8th floor. And that's where he found his new groove. And he began to jack and jack and jack and jack. And he knew that this was it. It was Soulful House Nation on the 8th floor. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Last week we had a great show. We had DJ Unique on, and it's a very, very interesting show. Go back and check that out. Man. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the hottest song according to Track Source. We're going to talk about some upcoming things. We're going to play this week's classic, and then, of course, we're going to play a new track. This show is being sponsored by the Shiver Real Estate Agency. When it's time to sell, it's time to call. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, listen, before we get started, I want to give a few shout-outs here. I want to give a big shout-out to King T Finesse and Ariel Shante because they put our theme song together. Also, I want to give a big shout-out to Chuck Roberts, who did our In the Beginning talk. So, Chuck, according to Track Source, the number one song in the Soulful House category is called Angels. It's the Crackazat mix. Morgan, it's out of the UK, and it's called House Gospel Choir. It's been number one for 3 weeks, so you know that's saying something. Now, in the meantime, track. We're just going to play a little snippet because, you know, Facebook's this nasty, nasty little habit of shutting us out and muting us down. In the meantime, too, I'm looking here, and I don't see us carrying over for whatever reason. So we're going to play that track. It's called Angels. Okay. Well, in the meantime, when we're getting that ready, let me tell you our special guest today. Our special guest today is going to be Marcus Garrett from House to Runway. Also, too, here we go. There we go. It's going live now. All right. So our special guest is Marcus Garrett. So we're going to do right now is this, all right? I'm going to do play the song, track source song of the week. And then after that, we'll go from there. So this track is called Angels.
Angels watching over me, watching over me. I had a dream that you were here. When I woke up, you were gone. I try to trace the memory of your face before it fades into the dawn. When I'm feeling heavy, even though it's hard, I pray the Lord my soul to keep with angels standing guard. I got my angels watching over me, over me. They never tell you.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan, Soulful House Nation, coming to you live from the 8th floor. Hey, listen, here's a little bit of what's happening this week. We got a lot of good stuff here. So first of all, I want to tell you about some new music that you should be up on. Terry Dexter, Sweet Georgie, and it's called Come Find Me, and Eric Cupper is on the mix. Then there was a remix by Immaculate and Coflow. It's Where the Freaks At. It was a former #1 song, but the reason I put it on, I felt the remix needs to be heard. And Teresa Griffin is on the track. You know Teresa from some of her other tracks. One of her biggest, and maybe her biggest, was Wonderful. And then also there's another track, Immaculate. It's pretty hot. And it's a track that does with Zonell. It's called Holy Ghost Power. So there's some tracks that should be on. Now, today, as you know, our special guest is Marcus Garrett. And this is going to be a really good show. I mean, we got some really good stuff. We've been talking for a while, and we finally got it together here. Then, and we're going to talk about the event that just happened. Then on November 17th and 18th, a big weekend, big weekend. SMB, Scorpios Unleashed. On Friday night, the first part of the weekender, it's going to be comedy night. And he always brings the funny guys. I'm telling you, he brings the funny guys. And Saturday is the dance where all the Scorpios go unleashed. And of course, the colors for the night are black. It's black. So we're looking at everybody be dressed in black. It's going to be the Holiday Inn in Frontage Road in Newark. And I would get there early for two reasons. Number one is you don't want to miss anything. Number two, I don't know, it could get kind of crowded over there. It's already sold out. Okay, then another big event that's coming up, December 1st. I call it the Fantastic 4+1. So you really could say the Fantastic 5. You got on that bill, Jihad Muhammad is doing his birthday party. You got Omar Abdallah on there. You got Naeem Johnson. You got Mark Francis. You got Beloved and Jihad. It's sold out. What a surprise. I'm kidding. Of course it's sold out. Then on the, also want to tell you too, Deep House Magazine, you need to be checking for that. I mean, for years people have talked about it. People have said this and said that. But George Aiken and his team Deep House Magazine have pulled it off. And right now, you can steal an annual subscription. I say keyword steal. If you had any idea of the amount of work that goes into putting something like this together and to keep us up to date on all of our favorite people in the house music community, you would say you're stealing. Matter of fact, I'm going to say, do it quietly. I don't want you to get arrested. That's how good and valuable and how jam-packed the information is. So that's it. That's Deep House Magazine. It's coming out soon. Annual subscription is only $30 for a year. That's it's basically $5 an issue. So you can't beat that. Hey, we just had some birthdays. Here's the ones that I caught. Sultan SMB just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Sage Youngblood, the Dial House, had a birthday. They're all up on that same day. Ricky Clark had a birthday. Gail Lou had a birthday. DJ Quest Flavor, dope DJ, forget about it. And also, he has trained people to DJ. So he's off the hook. Then you got DJ Cut Buddy. By the way, both of these guys, DJ Quest Flavor and DJ Cut, are from Patterson, my hometown. Yeah. Silk City, P-Town. All right, that's us. Hey, also, too, I want to just take a minute to say Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there, for all the people in and out of our community who have served and protected us and looked out for us. So just want to say happy birthday, Happy Veterans Day to them. And if it was your birthday, then happy birthday. How about that? All right. Okay, so next week, I have a guest that is like, I don't even want to tell you. All I can tell you is that next week's guest is international, worldwide. All right. I've spoken to him in the United States. Well, here's a hint. I've spoken to him in the United States. I've also spoken to him in Brazil. I reached him in Brazil. And also, the day I interviewed him, which was a little while back, it's going to be pre-recorded, he was on his way. Are you ready for this? He was going on his way for rehearsal for the Black Coffee event in Madison Square Garden, which you know was sold out. So, that's who we have next week. Now, this is going to be good. Hey, listen. What I want to do now, I want to play our old school track of the week. And then after that, we're going to... Are you ready to go? Go ahead. This is Everything But the Girl, Todd Terry mix. Yeah, we're back. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan, Soulful House Nation, coming to you live from the 8th floor. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to share. Okay. Okay, so listen. Let's do this. We are going to bring on a special guest, Marcus Garrett. Mr. Garrett, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Dan?
Well, everybody got to know I'm super excited to have him here. I don't know, we've been talking for a long time, and we've been talking about doing this, and we finally got this together, so I'm super excited about it. So, Marcus, just for the people who don't know you, which is kind of tough in this community, just tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, background, like that kind of stuff.
Okay. Before I get into that, I just want to go in, if you don't mind. I brought this the Brokers thing over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The Brokers reunion.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm
We're gonna come to that.
No, I want. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna get to that. I just want to say something
Okay.
that has to be said.
Okay.
I am friends with the owner of Brokers. His name is Joe Rooney, and he allows me to use the name, and I'm honored for that. So when I pay homage to them on my flyers, I'm not saying they're gonna be in the building. It's their choice if they want to come out. But when I'm saying I'm paying homage to the Brokers owners, which is Gerald, Russell, Bernard, Eric, and Donald, I'm not saying I can't make them come out. And then you talked to Gerald just before that, and he told you that he wasn't coming out because it was dark. And you got to remember, them guys almost 80 years old, up in their 70s.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an honor for me to know him and get to talk to him. He got a lot of knowledge, and he allows me to use the name to remember them and to pay homage. So I'm not scamming anyone when I say I'm doing a Brokers reunion. I'm paying homage to the Brokers Entertainment Complex, along with my event, Bowtie and Denim. So that's all I want to say about that.
Okay. All right. So tell us a little bit about you, just so for those of you who've unfortunately, have never met you, can now meet you.
I've been around a long time since, dabbling in this since 79. I started out with Howard Edwards of Mark IV and Ray Dandridge of Playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I started out doing this, pushing speakers in for Qasim of Mark IV, just to get into the door to be at these events. So I started there, and I learned from Howard Edwards and Ray Dandridge on how to promote. So once I learned from them, in 1987, I opened up my own club called Miracles. It was a teen club on 16th Avenue in 87. And we did a good job there, and then after that, I opened up a record shop, me and my family, called Scenarios. That was on Clinton Avenue.
Okay.
But I've been around Jersey hustling at different parties. We used to do the Gators. We used to do the Gator Throwdown back in the day. That was us. A Sharp, La Mazik. Before he passed away, my good friend Gregory Brantley, aka AB. We would do the Gator Throwdown parties where everybody would come with gators on. The girls would be dressed down to Robert Treat, the Terrace Ballroom, up at Club 88. Those are the kind of parties that we gave back then. So I've been doing this a long time, around doing my own promotions. And also along with DJ Antoine Qua. He was out there with us back then too. He had a little club called Bon Appetit in Irvington.
Okay.
So that's how far I go back with this game and promotion in the house music.
All right. Now, you kind of told us, but now you got into house music, I guess, with your affiliation with Mark IV and the rest of that group. Is that right?
Yes.
How you got it right. Now, how about even once you got into that circle, who were some of your other early music influences when it came to music, house music, etc.?
When it came to music, house music, etc.
Yeah.
The guys I used to listen to back then was Mark Thompson from Sensations.
Okay.
Qasim from Mark IV. Naeem Johnson. DJ Punch. DJ Ironballs. My brother, Al Sharif. People like that, That's in the early years. DJ Hutch, he was out there.
Right.
So that's in the early years of it. And then it came on up to the different guys, in the 90s. Keith Johnson was out there. It was just a lot of different people just hearing music all the time. And plus, I hung in the record shops because I got started with that because of Random, Vernon.
Oh, okay.
And Vic from Scratch Records. So I've always been around music. I'm not a person that just say, I like house music. I'm more a promoter.
Okay.
I'm want to be my own owner, entrepreneur. That's my type of style.
Now, did
for
you
the
ever,
house music.
okay, did you ever DJ at any point, or?
I started off DJing for a hot second,
Okay.
and I didn't like it.
Okay.
I liked the money part of it coming to the door, so I went to the door. If you get what I'm saying,
Oh,
I
yeah.
liked the promoting part of it. I love promoting,
Okay.
and being around the people.
Okay. Well, but then, yeah, I mean, there's the money part of it, but like, were there any bells that went off in your head or anything in your heart that clicked that said, hey, wait a minute. Instead of me just going and hanging out, I'm going to start doing this promotion thing. Is there something that clicked for you? And the reason I asked that question is because, like for most DJs, something makes them want to play. They want to be in front of a crowd. They want to rock a crowd. They like that feeling, maybe to attract women. And then a lot of them produce, which I think nowadays, especially after talking to quite a few successful DJs who play not just in the United States, producing is a very, very big part of that. So I'm just wondering, like, you know, what went off in your head? That
What
said,
got me doing this?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
got me doing this when I used to work for Ray Dandridge, God bless his soul, he's no longer with us.
Okay.
I used to promote for him. He used to give me tickets to sell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm kind of popular in my area because I went to Shabazz.
Okay.
So everybody knew me from hustling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm out there selling tickets for him, 90 going north,
Mm-hmm.
and getting everybody on his full transportation bus. Everybody's buying tickets because Marcus got them. That's when we was doing parties up in East Orange at High Rollers.
Mm-hmm.
Camacho was along with us. So I just said to myself, why am I doing this for him?
Okay.
I can do this for myself because everybody know me.
Mm.
So I know the bus drivers. I know the guys who got the transportation.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started doing it for myself, and it picked right up on me
Mm-hmm.
to start doing my own business, to create my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because at a young age, at 25, we had, me and my family had our first teen club,
Mm-hmm.
which was on 16th Avenue, like I say.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of like a good transition from there. And then meeting guys like Vernon from Random Access, Vic from Scratch Records.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Got you. Now, you know, what's interesting is that Vernon did the sound on Friday. And actually, I met Vernon. I was in a class. There was a seminar workshop, and they asked me to come in and speak. I mean, a lot of people just know me from interviewing, but really, my first love is DJing, and I've been DJing for many, many moons. But I also, too, have another business that I'm going to say brings me my most profitable livelihood. I'm in the real estate business. And part of what I do is I come out and I talk in different workshops and seminars about business, generating business and that kind of stuff. So I met Vernon at one of these events, and we connected. We knew a lot of the same people. Little did I know, then we connected on Facebook, but little did I know that I was going to be in a situation where he was actually doing his thing. So anyway, good
shout out to him.
Yeah, big shout out to him. Plus, I got to tell you something. I said to him, he made those speakers sound like, forget about it. Anyway, so how about this? Where is house music headed as a person who's been in from the door and seen a lot, participated in it? Where is this thing headed from your perspective?
Oh, house music is heading into a good place, especially when you got guys like Jihad, Beloved, Mark Francis, Naeem, and Omar. They're doing their thing in December. You got them guys at the helm. You got Steve Davis. You got Chillax. They doing their thing, and Quad's doing his thing out there. They keeping it forward. Like with the new Jacks coming up, it's good that they're coming up, but they'll get there. But house music is gonna be good. It's gonna be good and safe, like it always has been. As long as you got good promoters out there like Sultan, Quad, myself, Chillax, and them, Steve Davis, I think everything is gonna be good. I have no problem with it.
Do you see us riding down the street, minding our own business, and our style of house music coming on in daytime, like in regular rotation.
That could happen, and I can see it. It's happening now. You just don't listen to it.
Okay.
Deuce have a channel that play house music all day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of channels, House FM.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of internet channels that play house music all day. But from broadcasting booths like BLS and stuff like that, I don't know if they're gonna pick it up. But if somebody wants to purchase some time to go on and to do it, you know, that's possible. But there's a lot of house music internet channels that play house music all day.
Right.
If you want to turn your phone on, plug your Bluetooth up in your car, you can listen to house music all day from a lot of different channels, overseas, UK, TooHotRadio.net. You know, so this is stuff I listen to all day long. I'm listening to house music all day long, Dan. So if I'm in my car, I can listen to it. Got my Bluetooth. I can go to these channels. The people have to know the channels out there, and they got to keep pushing. And that's where the people who's producing this stuff got to let the the public know we here. You know, maybe not on a national level, but it's a lot of house music out there every day.
Hey, folks, we're going to ask you to share. This is big, this whole thing. You know what I'm saying to myself, and you're starting to see it more and more. We're starting to see us mentioned when it comes to things like the Grammys, which are world, and really house music is worldwide. It seems like the United States is almost like, even though we came up with it, we invented it, it's like we're the last ones to get on the boat. It's like, what's up with that? What do we need to do, and from your perspective, to be riding down the street and hear it on regular radio? You mentioned buying some time. I mean, is there some way we can get to people who make those decisions? I mean, it's like, what's up with that?
There's a lot of ways you can get to them. A lot of ways you can get to them. You got to sit down at the table, and you got to put, like you say, Dan, you got to put your money where your mouth at. I mean, it's enough for us to get together to form a committee to do that. You know, you got XM Radio.
Right.
That a lot of people, like LL Cool J has his own station, Rock the Bells. Jamie Foxx got his own little comedy thing. I mean, you could buy into that and control your own music on XM Radio. It's just how deep is your pockets and how far you want to go with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Some guys who play real good, they look for people to pick them, but everybody's not going to be a Black Coffee. Well, you can just pick him out of the crowd, and he got the following like that. He can do different things, you know, that other DJs can't do. You know what I'm saying? But if we got together, we could chip in and get time from XM Radio and create our own station. You know, everybody buy shares into it.
Interesting.
That's what LL Cool J did. He shared shares with everybody. Everybody got a piece of it. And it's there.
Yeah, you know, I think, and this is me talking, I think one of the mistakes we make, and then I want to get your opinion, is that we're looking for somebody else to put us on. We're looking, and it's almost like we believe we deserve it because I've been in the game for 150 years. I'm better than he is, or I'm better than she is. When really nobody owes you anything. And when you're a promoter, you got to ask yourself, hey, wait a minute. What does the person that wants to play on my platform bring to the table? Now, does this person cause my gate to blow up? My ticket sales to blow up? Do I like the person? Am I feeling the person?
There's a lot of ways you can look at that.
Yeah. So let's
When you
talk
come
about
out
that.
of that.
So let's
Okay,
talk about
there's a lot
that.
of ways you can look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at that in a way is you got a newcomer coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get on Marcus and Dan.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling you, I'm a new jack. You already know he's a new jack.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he's coming at you, he's a hustler.
Mm-hmm.
He's helping you do this. He's got the promotion flyers in his hand. He's talking to people about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to work his way in the door.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing everything you asking him to do. He's like an intern going to get your coffee and stuff like that. All that stuff means something.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to sell tickets so he can build his name up. You can look at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day when we was doing it, you had the name. I mean, you had the names like Naeem Johnson back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
If you just say he was on your card, your gate was sold out. DJ Kasim, you just say he was on your card, your ticket sale just sold. It's not like that anymore now.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work hard at it. So if a DJ is going to be on your card, that's a new jack or any DJ,
Mm-hmm.
they should be one of the ones to help. And like I say, Dawood Johnson, he want to see you win. From day one when I put him on, he wanted to see me win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ticket sales went up from my event,
Mm-hmm.
and he helped me. He told me stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to see me win, and it was about business. You know, and then another thing, if you want to do your own party, you can do like Jihad and them do. Mad respect for Jihad, Beloved, Mark Francis, Omar, Naeem. They got together as a team. They're a unit.
Mm-hmm.
So they can go down there and get the Robert Tree. They got their own equipment, and they can play.
Mm-hmm.
And they legends.
Mm-hmm.
And they true to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, they're going to be sold out. Look who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Jihad, Beloved, Naeem, Omar, Mark Francis.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Right.
they're going to be sold out. But they
Right.
create their own revenue, and they
Mhm.
create their own alley by being a team. They can get together and do something. If we all can get together and follow their lead and do something, it'd be much better for everybody. Because I think everybody deserves a chance to play.
Right.
Everybody deserves a chance to get on your card because somebody helped us.
Mm-hmm.
We asked that same question. All the DJs I get on. But we showed them something back in the day. We carried equipment. We carried crates. You know what I'm saying? I had to
Right.
carry Kasim crates, Stefan crates. I did all that stuff. Camacho crates. I mean, I did all that until I built my name up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you can look at it like that. But now a promoter really catch, hard times because it's not no DJ that you can put on like that that'll help. Chilex is another DJ that'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Davis will help you.
Mm-hmm.
But just because their parties be sold out, that don't mean your party is going to be sold out. You still, as a promoter, got to do your homework and push just way harder than anybody else on your card.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They're not going to just push it for you. And just so sad, the names don't carry like that no more. Like I said, back in the 80s, you just said Naeem and DJ Kasim from Mark IV. Limes was around the corner then.
Right.
I mean, you had to be there. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be there. Limes was around the corner. And these guys are used to playing for 5,000 to 6,000 people. Naeem, Kasim, they played for that kind of crowd before. Suntan Lake, this is nothing new to them.
Right.
But it just, the DJs haven't changed, the time changed. And right now, the best thing is going is Jihad and them and their leadership and what they're trying to show the house community where it can go. That's why we need guys like him to show, hey, you can do this. Do what we do. They ain't fussing. They ain't arguing. Ain't nobody arguing about no money. They all together.
Right.
That's what makes it work. They believe in each other.
Right.
You got the 5 hottest DJs out there, Dan. What you think?
Hey, listen, along the lines of putting the work in and creating your own lane, I've said it publicly, and I've said to Steve and Chillax, I mean, what these guys do is incredible. They did not wait for somebody to, and then too, they have a team too, and forgive me for not mentioning anybody on their team, but I guess the ones I see up front are Steve and Chillax. But they didn't wait until somebody anointed and appointed them. They decided they were going to do their thing. If somebody calls them in, then that's fine. But these guys sell out stuff. They got their own flow. They got their own fan base. And I'm going to suggest to you, that's not easy to do. Well, we were talking about that earlier. It's not easy to do. But they do it. And they put the work in. Yeah.
But Chilex, make something. Chilex is a humble dude.
Right.
I was over in Tibet, and I heard somebody playing a Chilex CD. I'm in Tibet. It's cold as hell over in Tibet. So imagine hearing a Chilex CD over in Tibet, in China. Chilex. I'm saying he's everywhere. That's because he put the work in.
Right.
He didn't sit around. Somebody gave him a chance to get on, but he took that and ran with it.
Hey, listen. I need to stop. Listen, I need to stop this for a minute, and I need to say something here. I'm getting like negative chats or negative things in the chat. I just want to say, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to what your experience is. But really, this is not where we really want to do that. If you have a beef with someone, or if you have some words you need to say to someone, respectfully, I'm asking you to have that between you and that person. My show is about uplifting. This is not respect to them. This is not the Wendy Williams show where we're trying to jam people up and say negative things and stuff like that. So I'm just going to ask, if you feel that you have to say something negative about our guest or whatever, I'm asking you to do it in another place, just not here, because we respect the guests, and we think it's very, very important that people get to meet and hear from the guest. And if you have something that you want to say or you believe is true, or maybe it is true, but please, not here. Thank you. All right, I'm sorry. Good enough. So, I want to learn something from you, all right? I'm a new Jack. I want to be a promoter. And I notice you always have some type of theme or flow, whether it's gospel, whether it's reunion, in this case it's bow ties. Why do you do that instead of a straight dance? Compared to like, hey, we're just having there's always like a theme or a flow. What's your...
That's just come with the competitiveness.
Okay.
You're just trying to do something different, bring something different to the table. Sometimes you do a come to sweat party, which is cool. Just come to sweat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can go anywhere to come to sweat parties. Sometimes when you're trying to build your brand, you want to bring something different. A lot of people do black parties, white parties. But, I try to do a bow tie and denim affair. It's something different. So I just try to create it, to try to bring the best party I can to the people.
Okay, interesting. So I'm that new guy, and I'm that new guy. Now, one other question, like what makes you say, okay, I need to do an event, this calls for an event, versus just, chilling and just attending events? What makes you say this calls for an event? And let's say I'm a person who maybe hasn't done an event before, but I'm thinking about it. How do I know that the situation's right? How do I set it up? How do I plan it, timelines? Just give us some general idea on what it takes to put something like this together, and the amount of work it takes to put together.
Okay, if you're a new Jack and you want to put it together, first you got to quit talking about it and just do it.
Okay.
Can't worry about what money's going to come from. Just do it. Sometimes you have money and just thinking about doing stuff, you just got to want to do it. But you have to have the knack for it. Just get out there and just do it, especially if you want to get on and you're a DJ. If you're a DJ and a promoter, you got the best of the game. Because now you don't have to hire nobody if you can play.
Okay.
So you out there at the parties, you saying what you like. Like when you go out, you see stuff. Oh, I don't want to do no black party. I don't want to do no white party. What can I do? Oh, I do a bow tie and denim joint. Let me try that. You go out, you pass your flyers out, pass your T-shirts out, create how to be a promoter, pass T-shirts out, let people know your brand, and you get out there and just build yourself up, and you just go for it. Sometimes you're gonna miss a lot, and then you're gonna hit a lot. I miss all the time, but I'm competitive. I keep coming back. I don't win at this all the time.
Right.
I fail a lot, but only way I gotta fail to win. Because a winner is not a quitter, and a quitter is not a winner. But I don't win every time I come out. People look at me like, why he keep coming out? Because this is what I like to do.
Wow. You know, I think that's important, Marcus, too, so that, and even if you talk to, like I've talked to Beloved, Jihad, and these guys, and they've said that, you know, hey, everything is not a home run, you know, or either, hey, there were times when it was like, what happened? You know, this wasn't right. I mean, if you talk to these guys, you know, we joke back and forth, the usual suspects. But what a lot of people don't realize, too, is the amount of work they put in, how long. I was on YouTube yesterday, and I bumped in Jihad's name, looked him up, and I found a song that he did on West End Records. You're talking about going easy 15, 20 years back. I mean, that's how long he's been in the game, and not only he's been playing, but producing. So I think, too, a lot of people don't see all the work and all of this.
Jihad been out when he first came out. I think it was at Club Eclipse. Not to cut you off, Dan.
Okay.
Back in the day, the early '90s with Keith Johnson and Naeem. The brother been hitting since then. When we first heard him at Club Eclipse, he's always been a clever dude. I mean, I had to talk to him. He's a great, great producer, and great DJ. He's good at what he do.
Yes.
So people gonna like him, and he always got some up his sleeve.
Yeah. Again, I look and I see these guys, and the only reason I'm bringing this up because, you know, I talk to a lot of DJs. I mean, a lot of DJs because of what I'm doing, whether it's interviews, and we have conversations behind the scenes. And I say, you know, hey, when you put the work in like these cats put the work in, then, and hey, you've gone through the disappointments and the back and the forth, and it was supposed to go one way and it went another way. And I mean, again, if you just take a few minutes and have some conversation with these guys, and you'll say, okay, so if I want to go to the next level, here's what it is. And you know, the fun thing that I found pretty interesting is that they will freely talk to you. It's not like they won't talk to you. I mean, just talk to these guys who are making it happen. Let's change subjects for a minute. Okay, so name some of the events that you've done that people may or may not know. Name some of the events.
Oh, me, Frankie Bob, Gospel on the Grass. That's me. Gospel on the Grass. Scenario Entertainment. The events I do. I do stuff in the park since 2015. And I do fashion shows. That's what House to Runway was created at. We created that name in the basement, me and my family.
Oh,
House to Runway.
I was going to ask you that question.
We created that in the basement where house meets fashion.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Sort of like Rip the Runway, but it's House to Runway.
Okay. All right. I have that in my questions.
So, like I said, I've been around a long time. And before I lost my eyesight, I was out there even more harder. But, being that I lost my eyesight due to a generic disease I have called retinitis pigmentosis, it kind of slowed me down. So that's why it's a family type thing now. That's why I'm not able to make it to all the parties. But even when I didn't used to go to the parties, always I used to send a cakes. People birthday parties, like when Chillax them do a birthday party, I send cakes. Gotcha. From House to Runway to the birthday people, because I'm not able to make it.
Gotcha.
And my team member would take the cake to the party, and they'd be like, I remember they said Tamir, I sent them a cake for his birthday. They said, "Who sent that big cake?" A house on one. But where's Marcus at? He's not here. He said, "Man, he sent the cake like that. He ain't here. You gotta love this guy." But it come with the territory. Some love me and some don't. But if they get to know me, they see a difference.
Let me give a few shout outs here. Celine from sunny Florida. Listen, it's chilly here. What's up with that? Joy, what's up? DJ Bilal is in the house. George Aiken, DHM Magazine. Hey, listen, issues are coming out. Subscription is unbelievably value driven when you see, even if you don't see the amount of work that goes into making that happen, just the quality and the level of the interviews and the articles in there should make you just go and just sign up. It's only $30 for a year. How could you beat that? It comes with 6 solid issues, value-packed issues. So do that. Hey, oh goodness gracious. Hey Monique, how are you? Let's see. There's several more people, and I'll get to some of them soon. All right, but listen, Mylene, how are you? Shavana, thanks for joining us. Okay, so listen, watch this. Now, let's talk about the recent event at Kenilworth VFW. What was it, and what made it special for you, that event, this past Friday?
Well, the people that helped me do it, like Elaine Davis, that's Steve Davis' sister, to do something for her Aunt Toot, 85 years old. Love house music, seeing her out there partying, having a good time. Beverly Christmas, other people helping me getting these birthday parties together, stuff like that. Monique, you know, they had a lot of help from people just helping me put it together. You know what I'm saying? Another legendary DJ, Cool Lou, good friend of mine. Kirk, my photographer, my son, running around taking people tickets when they purchase. You know, everything goes into it. It's always special. Because the only way you can get it to work, it's got to be special. You got to be doing it for the love. Can't be doing it for the money. Doing it for the money is not going to work. So every time I do an event, I try to make it special and just try to do the best I can. I'm not going to satisfy everybody, but this party that went on this week, it's kind of on Facebook. When you look at Facebook, it's kind of hard to say you've been to a party with a lineup, Dan Dan, Soulfinger, Monster, Dawood Johnson. The crowd was there, and the food was off the chain, like you at a gourmet restaurant. Shout out to my Nefertiti, Mills of Millions. Everybody is talking about the food. Even the cake lady selling cakes was just bonkers. The cookie lady, the jewelry lady. It was special. And you don't get that every time you go to a party. That was just one of those nights.
Right.
You brought the crickets in, but the crickets left out when you left out.
Well, just
you did that.
Yeah, you know.
So we got blessed.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Even Jello. Even DJ, I forgot about Jello. But that's a newcomer. Even you told me. Everybody said, "Oh, Jello did his thing. He's a newcomer," and I was happy to introduce a newcomer so people can hear him. I just got to start giving the DJs more time, like 2-hour sets.
Yeah.
There's too many DJs on a card, and it don't help none because the promoter still got to work hard. You got 5 DJs on the card. You're looking for your place to be sold out.
Right. Well, I mean, just so you know, just for the people who just joined us on the Crickets thing. So when you go to a house music event, it's different than a show. Let's say you go to a comedy show, a theater, a concert. Let's say it starts, and I'm just going to make up the time. Let's say it starts at 8 o'clock. Everybody's there by 8 o'clock because they know the show is getting ready to start. But when you are at a house music event, just because it starts at 6 o'clock, most people don't start showing up till 8:30, 9 o'clock. So by 9 o'clock, we had a very, very good turnout. So it was quite a few people came out. By 10 o'clock, forget about it. And anyway, so my joke was to try to keep people involved, and so there at that point.
I didn't take you serious now.
Huh?
I didn't take what you said serious.
No. Well,
'Cause everybody know at the beginning of a party,
Exactly.
there's nobody there.
Exactly. And the house music community, I mean, there's hardly anyone there, the staff, and so anyway, so my little joke was, it was me, you, and the Crickets, and the point really was that I would encourage people to get there in the beginning of the night. That really was the point behind it, and to have a little fun, because the opener sets the pace. The opener plays a lot of dope music. Now, the opener does not play the hits, maybe something here and there, but that opener is going to play some good music and get your head nodding. So anyway, I'm just going to say that, hey, respect the opener. Come out. Yeah.
Come out.
Yeah, come out for the opener, because the opener.
And that's when the opener. But see, then I just put that on you on Monday because I was honored to do it.
Well, it was like.
You didn't have time to work on that. You know what I'm saying?
Well. Listen.
And so that's why I say it wasn't nothing malicious you was doing. So I don't. It was a joke.
Yeah. No, it was fun. I just wanted to share with people who may join, just heard the comment. But I need to tell you, and forget about me personally, but I'm telling you, you miss a lot of good music when you don't check out the opener. And you got to remember that the opener may be getting on for the first time or doesn't get on that often, whatever. So that person has come to play. They are not fooling around. So I'm suggesting to you that the opener, respect.
Wait a minute, not to cut you off.
Uh-huh.
See what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
You saying something.
Mm-hmm.
If you the opener, that means you got to work just like the promoter doing, because he's giving you a shot to open.
Yes.
You got to let everybody know I'm opening. Come out.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, in your case, this is just something you just did for me as a favor, a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even practice this. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't supposed to be on the card.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how that works. That's how you get in there. That's how you get in there with a promoter.
Right.
You show him that you want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I'll open, and I'm gonna tell everybody about it.
Oh, without a doubt, we did a post. But again, my whole point on the Crickets is that, listen, if you go to a concert, it starts at 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, you're ready to go. All right, you go to a house music event, it starts at 8 o'clock. Hardly anybody's there. It's
right.
Me, you, and the Crickets. But I need to tell you that, again, I just go back to respect the opener, because that person's going to put heart and soul into it, and they're going to bring the juice with them. So, and
you're
it sets the stage.
I missed the opening act, man. Oh, man, I got to get there to see him. He be playing some juice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, anyway.
One more thing before you get to the next question. I just want to say two things.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a big shout out to Frankie Vibe, because he helps me out a lot. Mel Cherry was there doing my sound. He helps me out a lot. I miss them guys. And like I said, if I'm missing anybody, hey man, charge it to my mind, not my heart.
Okay. All right. So listen. So what do you have coming up that you can share?
Well, I'm not going to tell you, because if I tell you, then somebody else will do it.
No. Okay. I'm just saying that you can share.
'Cause I heard this cat named from Soulful House Nation trying to do parties now. He might steal my idea. Why would I say it? Why would I say it?
Hold on a second. Let me write that down. Hold on a second.
No.
Wonder who that could be. Anyway, who that?
It's tough work, Dan. It's hard work.
I know.
It's hard work.
I know. Listen, for this show, a lot of people don't realize it. Let's say I'm on for 2 hours. But to give you an idea, it's making contact with guests. It's doing write-up. It's putting questions together. It's confirming everything. It's putting the paperwork together for the studio to make sure they have the treatment sheet. It's writing down the questions. It's emailing back and forth. It's getting links set right. Right, we're talking getting the tech part right. It's doing, for me, I do the little videos and getting the artist or the talent to do.
It's working what you do.
Yeah, and then
it's
too,
not easy.
I do a set after. So that means I'm like, for example, I do the Shazam Free Zone after this, where I play nothing but new music. Now I know that a lot of people may or may not like any given track, but at some point, if that track pops and they say, "Ooh, where did I hear that first?" It's going to be in the Shazam Free Zone. We only play it, but we say it. We say what it is, and you decide if it's smash or trash. And I always like to give this example. I played this track from an artist that probably everybody on this live knows, and I played it. And almost as soon as I finished the Shazam Free Zone, I got a phone call from someone who, you know, that person, who said, "That track was terrible, all that." I said, okay, no problem. Then I go out that night and I run into another person, another DJ that everybody knows. He says, "Yo, man, I love that track. What is it? I'm putting it in my playlist."
Everything ain't for everybody.
Now, who's right? Now, I say both of them are right. So anyway, so we do this Shazam Free Zone and introduce new music. And then on Fridays, I do a little thing. I'll do a set, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on KMTV out of Atlanta. And then I'll play a combination of new music, classics, etc. But, you know, the point is that these things take a lot of work. And to do it week after week after week after week. Man, tired and no tired. Frustrated and not frustrated. Can't reach the person or can't reach the person. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but I enjoy it. Ultimately enjoy it. This is my second love. This is my second love. I mean, for those who know me, DJing is my first love. And at one point, before the pre-pandemic, I was doing about 50, 60 parties a year, mostly open set. Matter of fact, almost all open set. Now I'm probably doing about maybe 30 parties, building it back up. But I really didn't go hard with it. But again, it's the work. Promoter, it's the work, huh?
It's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
And then the other part of it is that there's no guarantee that it's going to work.
That's right. You're taking a chance.
Yeah. And most
but
of us.
But you're betting on yourself, though.
Yes.
If you can't bet on yourself, who can you bet on?
I agree. You know, most of us are running it from Hip National Bank, too. You know?
That's right.
So
no sponsors or nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, then shout out to my team. They did a good job holding it down for me. Friday, you met my son.
Yes, Anthony. Yes. Nice.
Yeah, and I gotta quit. I gotta quit flying cheap. Them cheap tickets on Spirit. They cancel you all the time, man. But I keep trying to pay $49.
Okay.
But they held it down real good. You know, my son Ant, he's great. You know, he's been around me since he was a kid. You know, so he pretty much know everybody that I know.
Hey, Diamond D is in the house. How you doing? Tat, what's up? Yeah. Wow. So listen, we're getting down to the wire. We're going to come in for a soft landing. Want to know if you have any final thoughts or anything you want to share that you haven't shared.
Yeah. Appreciate you giving me an opportunity to come on your show for a change. It's about time, and I had a fun time. And like I say, I'm gonna keep trying to do things the right way. And got problems, I'm unreachable. I answer my phone. If you're talking nonsense, I'm not. But I'm reachable. I'm not perfect. I'm gonna make mistakes. Any promoter out there can tell you all of us don't make mistakes. All of us don't have good shows, bad shows, don't have to cancel. Stuff like that happen in the world of promotion. But it doesn't make you a bad guy.
Right.
You know, people call me a scammer. A scammer is not a person who gives an event like I did Friday. When you came there, the doors was open. Everybody was paid. The music, the sound guy, the food person. That's not a scammer. A scammer is when you come to the show, Dan, and you can't get in the building, Now you can't get in touch with me.
Mm-hmm.
After my show, Friday, I'm live with you on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So on that word right there, not hiding from anyone about a promotion that I do. Only thing I do is try to do the best I can. Like I say, I can't make the owners from brokers come out.
Mm-hmm.
You've been trying to do 2 shows with my Uncle Gerald. It's like
Mm-hmm.
pulling teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And he got all the knowledge, but
Mhm.
it's like pulling teeth with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's up in age. So they pick and choose what they want to do. That's why they trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, Danny.
Yeah. Well, listen. Hey, if people want to follow you, keep up with you, support you, how do they do it?
House to Runway. And I'm on the gram. I have a House to Runway page.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being that I'm visually impaired, it takes me time to learn. Like, you just showed me today how to work Zoom. I appreciate you, Dan.
Okay.
Now I can Zoom.
Okay, I love
Thank you for that. I didn't have no idea. Am I lying, Dan? Did I have an idea
you
what you was
don't.
talking
Right.
about? You taught me. So I appreciate it. So now I get bigger and better with doing other things
Mm-hmm.
on the internet thing, because that's the future. That's where everybody's going.
Mm-hmm.
But usually you'll see everything I do because I'm always pushing the flyers over the internet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always running my mouth. That's what I am. Color commentary
Mm-hmm.
by House to Runway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My sons them are the business, not me. I'm just color commentary.
Okay, fantastic. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you can catch us in multiple places. I mean, Facebook is probably the least of where we are. Right now, we're getting over 2,000 live views a week. That's not to mention the re-mentions. We're on the website. We're on Vimeo. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter and a whole bunch of other places. And thank you, to the audience. Like I say, we're doing averaging over 2,000. Sometimes we get 2,600 live views. And I just want to say thank you to the audience for that. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, Marcus, thanks so much for coming out and hanging out. We've been trying to work this out for a long time. Again, this is another part that people don't see. It's like it is the trying to confirm. It's the canceled, and then now you gotta replace someone really quickly, and there's just so many things that go on. But you know what? I love doing this, and hopefully I give some good, solid information. Hopefully people learn some things, and hopefully we have some fun too. So listen. We're going to do the Shazam Free Zone. By the way, I just want to also let you know, I just want to just give a big shout out to George Aiken again. He's doing the Deep House magazine. Yes. And let me tell you what, that is another gargantuan job to bring the information to you. In addition to that, he just set up a thing with multiple mixes he's going to be doing. I think this next weekend, there's going to be multiple mixes. I was able to get a mix in there, so you can hear my flow, but he's got a lot of top DJs in there. So
also a good DJ himself, too. Not to cut you off there, then. He's a good DJ, too.
I was getting to that.
Okay. My apologies.
Yeah, he's a good DJ, and then plus he produces, too. So, and he's a sound guy. He's a videographer. He's, he does everything. So I don't know if he's a notary public, but I mean, he does a lot of stuff. But I'm just saying,
you can use him if he's a no Republican in your business, in your real estate business, if he does that.
Yeah.
You can use him.
But I just want to encourage everybody to pick up and subscribe to the Deep House magazine. You can go to the fan page, the group page, whatever it is. You can also go to deephousemagazine.com. And you can get the subscription there, like a lot of top people in there, and it's getting better and better and better and better and better and better. So, folks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on to the other side of the room. I'm going to play all brand new cuts. You get to decide if they're good, they're not good. And then, too, you got to remember, some tracks you love right off the bat, and then some of them got to grow on you. But at least you'll have heard them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Dan, Soulful Hustler, I'm coming to you live from the 8th floor. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Chuck, it's on you. We're gonna leave this thing off here. We're gonna leave this off here with another track.